It is this new year, this new beginning. And if you're wondering why we sang about the three kings, in the liturgical calendar, today is Epiphany. It is the day that the three kings got their awareness that the child who was born that would recognize his Christ nature within and then would go to show that to us. It's a revealing, it's a revelation, and it goes well with this new day because today is our day where we reveal some newness for ourselves. Revelations 2:17 says, "To him who overcomes, to him I will give some of the hidden manna, and I will give him a white stone and a new name on the stone which no one knows but he who receives it." So to give you a little bit of context as to why do we use the white stone, what does the stone have anything to do with anything? Early followers in Pergamum lived where there were many, many, many different religions going on at the same time. And it was common practice for, if you did not practice the religion of the ruler of the time, you could be thrown in jail for practicing your own faith. And so being in prison for practicing your religion was, it's an odd thing for us where we are to think you could face prison time for practicing your religion. So just to bring that context to us. And the white stone kind of represents the manna, which is the food from the heavens. It reminds us of our sustenance, that all that we need, anytime we need it, is provided for us. Granted, it may not always be what we want. It may be what we need. Not that I'm saying that something bad that happens to you is what you need. Not saying that at all. But I'm saying that if you're experiencing trouble sometimes, the need of support and things like that may come your way. The new name is your Christ self-identity for this new year. So it could be a name, it could be a word, it could be a phrase. It's kind of your mantra for the year. A lot of times I get a word. There was 2 times that I got a name. I thought it was just one, but the second time it could be a name. So I got Josephine one year. And then I got Joy, which is a name, and a way of being. It's not necessarily a feeling, it's a way of being. So when we link these 2 things metaphysically, we are bound to the permanence of God as source. It's our little reminder that we could pick up through the year that's written on stone that we know that we're on solid foundation, firm, sure. And it's also a reminder for us that we don't have to wait for a new year to come to start anew. If halfway through this year you feel God nudging you going, Bubba is not the name you need to be putting on the stone this year. Perhaps it's something different. Then turn the stone over and write it. It doesn't have to be so set in concrete and ritual. The ritual part of it is for your own spiritual growth and development. It is our way to connect with the divine in a tangible way because so many ways aren't ways that we can see. And my talk is a little short today on purpose because our practice that we're going to do shortly, it may take a while. But I found this golden nugget from Amanda Gorman. She is an amazing poet. And on December the 31st, 2021, so this was shortly after the pandemic, and we were still in the middle of this pandemic. And I love when she listens to spirit nudges to put this on paper so that way we can be inspired from her insight. A New Day's lyric. May this be the day we come together. Mourning, we come to mend. Withered, we come to weather. Torn, we come to tend. Battered, we come to better. Tethered by this year's of yearning, we are learning that though we weren't ready for this, we have been readied by it. We steadily vow that no matter how we are weighed down, we must always pave a way forward. This hope is our door, our portal. Even if we will never get back to normal, someday we can venture beyond it, to leave the known and take the first steps, to let us not return to what was normal, but reach toward what is next. What was cursed, we will cure. What was plagued, we will prove pure. Where we tend to argue, we will try to agree. Those fortunes we forswore, now the future we foresee. Where we weren't aware, we are now awake. The moments we missed are now these moments we make, the moments we meet, and our hearts, once all together beaten, now all together beat. Come, look up with kindness yet, for even solace can be forced from sorrow. We remember not just for the sake of yesterday, but to take on tomorrow. We heed this old spirit in a new day's lyric. In our hearts we hear it. For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne. Be bold, sang time this year. Be bold, sang time. When you honor yesterday, tomorrow you will find. Know what you fought, need not be forgot, nor for none. It defines us, binds us as one. Come over, join this day just begun. For wherever we come together, we will forever overcome. Poet Amanda Gorman. And it is with that we will move into this time of meditation together. We're going to start with a centering song, and after the centering song, we're going to enter into meditation, where you will write your name that you receive, or word or phrase, on the stone. You will take this white stone home with you and use it for your centering word or phrase for the rest of the year, or until God nudges you to a new one. On the paper, you will write a letter to God. This is your letter affirming and thanking God for what is going to be unfolding this year. It is not necessarily a wish list to God, please do this for me, because we have that power to co-create together. And so you will write your letter to God, you will seal it in the envelope, seal the envelope, and write your name and your address in the to portion of this letter. And then place it, when the offering plate goes around, you will place it in the offering bag. And then at some point in time, you will receive that letter at a time where you can see some of the unfolding of what you affirmed and thanked God for this new year. So with that, let us take a deep breath in and release that and let it fall. You may choose to close your eyes or keep them open for a short bit and bring us now into our centering song together.